Good morning. Third time's a charm. Because this is the third round of this video, and now it's good. Oh, well, I guess you don't need that. You're watching the video. Okay, so we're talking about annuities today. An annuity is a reasonable way to save money. Okay, so depositing $50 per paycheck to save your money on a summer trip, or saving $200 per month to have a down payment on a house. I'm personally saving a little bit of money every month because hopefully the next little while my son's going to get married, and I know it's not going to be cheap, so I'm going to try and help him out. Anyway, the key thing here, it's not you put some money in like compound interest where you put the money in, leave it alone, and just earn interest over X number of years. This is every month, every week, every whatever. You're putting money in again and again and again. Way more reasonable. Okay. But with this fund, we also get a brand new formula. So S is for our savings. So this is the future value, the amount we're going to have at our end, is equal to the regular payment. So how much you put in, let's say every month, and times 1 plus I to the n and minus 1 and I. The I and the n are exactly like before, which I think is cool. I like it because not that I don't want to learn new stuff, but if I can reuse stuff, it's perfect. Okay, now, you'll apologize. I didn't feel like reprinting this for the third time. So it's all messy. And I'm going to show you the two ways to actually do this question. Okay. Because this, as a person who has not used brackets and calculators for kind of her whole life in math, makes me a little nervous because like there's a lot of places that I got to make sure I type everything in right. So I'm going to do it the newfangled way, which is easier. But I'm also going to show you how to do it using order of operations, because then it's just one thing at a time, and I personally am less likely to screw up. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Like I said, this is literally the third time doing this video. Kept getting my brackets screwed up. So what we have to do basically, let me just pull that formula back in, is we have to do all of the math up here, and we need that to be in brackets, and then we divide by the 0.025 or the interest. So grab me a pen and a highlighter. This bracket here belongs with that bracket there. And then, oh my Lord. There's clearly too many brackets here, but let's try it. Because I'm noticing I got 1, 2, 3, 4 at the front, and I've got 1, 2, 3 at the back. So I'm going to type it in just the way it is. So bracket 25. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do our middle part. 1 plus 0.025. Close that bracket. So these two belong together. And then we're going to do the exponent key of 20. Oh, that's where it is. I think there's supposed to be a bracket in there. That doesn't look anything like a bracket. Let's make that like that. Okay, now I'm going to put bracket there. Then I'm going to go minus 1. And then I'm going to go bracket, bracket. And then I'm going to divide by 0.025. And it equals, I'm going to go, yes! Yes, third time is indeed the charm. Now that I've got such a mess there. And it should be $638.62. Okay, so it's 616. So I'll do that 616. So 638.62. 0.62. There you go. That is how much he would need to invest, or whatever the question is. Okay. Sorry, that's how much they'd have at the end. All right, now I'm going to do it my way. Okay, so if I was doing this question, S is equal to, so newfangled way, old way, one step at a time. 25, bracket, bracket. I'm going to add these together. 1.025. I do not need my calculator for that. Minus 1 divided by 0.025. Okay, we're always working from the inside brackets out, so I did my innermost set. Now I'm going to do, yes, we can see, 1.025 exponent 20. Okay. 1.6386. Oopsies. Minus 1. Now, I should do what I normally do. Dot, dot, dot. So in my world, that reminds me that there's a lot of other numbers on the calculator, right? Because it doesn't stop after 86. I'm just too lazy to write them down. Excuse me. Minus 1. There should be a bracket there. There should be a bracket there. Oh, divided by 0.025. And that's the whole thing. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just going to take away 1. Right, I'm doing this part. .6386. Again, there's more and I'm not writing it. Divide by 0.025. And now I'm going to multiply that times 25. 15.965. Again, dot, dot, dot. Not clearing my calculator. So I divide that by 0.025. And we get 638.62. So I put that down. So, yes, there is something to be said for doing it this way once I figured out the correct number of brackets. Fair enough. This way, it's much easier for me to track my answer. Plus, you know, I've been doing math for a long time, so this makes more sense to me. Up to you. If this makes you happy, feel free to watch the older videos. I got to figure out how to mark them because I got doing it this way. There are videos made that way. I'm having problems with my English this morning. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. I'm not going to do it the long way. Let's see if I can get it written out right. S is equal to 200, a bracket in front, right? Just basically I'm putting a bracket here and a bracket there. I'm shaking my head because I'm like, I'm just going to copy it and see if I can make it work. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 0.004 to 45, bracket, minus 1, bracket, bracket, by 0.004. Maybe if I practice this, it's going to be better. Here we go. Oh, trying to figure out where you can see, and yet not a lot of glare. I don't need to be in the picture. Okay, let's try this. Bracket 200. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 0.004. Close my bracket. Exponent 45. Close my bracket. Minus 1. Bracket, bracket. Divide by 0.004. And survey says, I think I made up that question on the fly. So I'm going to say we're probably right. And there we go. So 9839. 0.379. S is equal to 9839.37. That makes that go up to an 8. 38. There we go. Okay, so I just double checked it doing it the old way, but I realized it's pretty fast on my calculator. So I'm just going to show you how I would do it. This part, having to write it all out, is a bit of a chore. But I'm going to just show you how I would actually check this question without being lazy. Let me get this figured out. There we go. Not having to write out every step. So again, when we're doing an order of operations, we start on the inside. Okay. Now, I'm also going to tell you, I can do that in my head. You can do that in your head. So I'm going to go 1.004. And then the next thing I have to deal with is my bracket, or sorry, my exponent 45. And I'm just going to hit equal button. Okay. So all of this is this. Now I subtract 1. So I get 0.196. So now I've done the minus 1 part. Now I'm going to multiply by 200. And I get 39.35. And now I'm going to divide by 0.004. And ta-da! I got exactly the same answer. So I wish I could figure out something between this monstrosity, again, that's just how I feel about it, and what I just did. Because what I just did doesn't show any work. Or not like this. So we can talk about it if you're smart, you'll figure it out. Anyway, hey, look, that's the end of the page. So I guess the end of the video. Have a